Gotcha.
And I'm just
Nope.
saying, I can't wait for the ending of Spider-Man 2, where you find the final boss and Peter for the and
Don't
another.
do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. No. Don't do that. I know you're joking. I know you're joking, but I do not want to piss anyone off who fake spoilers. It happens all the time.
Okay. I was just like, I don't, I don't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm replaying Spider-Man games that kind of follow a formula that gets annoying because they do it in the same order every time.
That's why you gotta invest in Web of Shadows.
Yeah, Peter didn't care. Peter said, fuck it, he rock off.
That's the point of giving you a choice, though.
Yeah.
But no, it's like in Miles Morales, and then PS4, it's like Peter's two greatest enemies and Miles' greatest enemy is like, there's good in you. You have to stop.
Okay, Cryptid, I'm sending you a video of how to post on the stories.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only 35 seconds. It should be easy.
Okay.
Okay, I'll see.
Bro, she sent you the grandpa manual.
Hey. I have a life outside of social media, alright?
Yeah, but when I ask you guys to post the links onto the social medias when I can't be there, you guys don't do it.
I try, but like I don't know what their excuses are.
I was late. So you said you would do it. You said you already did it. So I thought you did it. You said anything like 30 minutes early. You already did it.
Post a freaking post on Instagram and called it a day.
I thought that's how it was.
A link onto Twitter. I had to. You're lucky that Thursday that I was working was really slow, so I can actually update the social medias.
Mm-hmm.
And it was slow that day, so I had time to go to the back, copy a link, do a couple things, and then go back to work.
I just didn't care enough. I do all the editing and all the other stuff. So it's like I was like, this is just.
Yeah, but I do all the social media and they work, so you know.
Yeah.
And I get the topics all organized.
Yeah, but getting the topics all organized isn't as hard as like editing a video, doing and the social medias.
And I pay for the live stream.
Yeah.
Is it like a monthly thing or is it like just a one-time thing?
Monthly.
So what I'm hearing is it's Austin's job now. That's his job.
I literally worked until like the last minute. I literally worked like the last minute.
Well, you know what they say, with great power.
No. I do work till last minute, but if I can, I'll try to do it. So send me the password because I don't have it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I was saying, I just feel like the Insomniac games are starting to follow a formula that's getting a bit.
Did you guys see the trailer for the?
Okay, I got interrupted again. That's crazy, but okay.
Did you guys see the trailer for the Iron Lung movie with Markiplier?
No.
It's pretty cool.
Jake. I think that's the point though for those two, for Miles and Peter, to have similar journeys, but they're even similar journeys, but not the exact same one for their first game. I think that was kind of the point because both villains they have good in them, but the way they got corrupted is different. Her through, the death of her friend or brother. I don't remember the story that well. And Doc Ock's mind was literally taken over. But I agree. The end point was the same. I don't think the third game is going to be that. Because while I do think Harry's Venom for some of the game, I don't think he's going to be Venom for all the game.
I just, say what you want. I like the spectacular Spider-Man ending where Spider-Man sees Norman as Green Goblin. He's like, fuck this guy. It's like, I don't give a shit. Like, he doesn't try to reason with him or nothing. He's like, it's straight hands from that point. He's like, I don't know. I don't mind some Spider-Man stories being like that, but the climax of every game can't be like, oh no, I have to foolishly convince you.
But he's like every game though. It's only been one game and a half.
No, I know it's technically been, but I just don't want it to be like a trend for every game. You know what I mean?
Apparently Markiplier was supposed to be in the FNAF movie, but he couldn't due to scheduling conflicts.
Relevant, but
relevant to me.
But I don't.
Tokyo.
I just don't want it to I don't want us to be 3 games in and we're still having the same conversation with these villains. It's gonna go nowhere.
That depends. I think Harry's gonna get the suit from Peter, and then he's gonna end with the suit going to Eddie Brock. Yeah. And I think that'll be like the DLC part of the story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, we can get started.
Gotcha. All right, y'all. Welcome to Comic Fanatic live stream. You're here with me, Cryptid Seeker 415. I have a bag full of "I told you so" with a Daredevil's name on it. Go ahead.
My name
You
is.
really don't though. But okay.
My name is Jake Tylenol. I am a Sonic superstar. That's on 12 o'clock tonight. So, that's all.
Never. You're never a Sonic superstar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's never been a Sonic superstar. I'm Austin. Ace Comics. I'm a Sonic superstar. He's a liar.
Mm-hmm.
I've been,
He's basically like a metal Sonic superstar. He's a liar. Okay? And we're going to this.
been at Sonic Super video, so I'm just
Okay.
So,
I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they, he, and give me my Malleus Draconia card, I fucking swear.
Mm-hmm.
Also, happy 100 years of Disney, I guess. The mouse will forever.
No, because they broke up Mickey and
Oh,
Minnie.
I saw that and I got pissed off. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
happy anniversary. You guys are divorced.
95 years.
95 years. They
Even
didn't make
fictional
200
characters
years.
can't say
Yeah, no, 95 years ain't bad. I feel like after 95 years, that's an option.
Nah.
You think it's
You're entering grandparent status at that point. You don't want to see grandparents get divorced.
Let me see something. Give me 1 second. The average
They're
age
literally
of
both
divorce,
in a retirement home. And they're talking about getting a divorce. Man, they all got Alzheimer's. They don't know what they're talking about.
the average age of divorce is age 46 for men and 44 for women. They lasted 95 years. That is insane. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
That just-
So they should have
that
made it to 100. I wish they did the full 100 and then the day after they're like, we broke up.
That was hilarious.
That's actually
All right.
Anyways, we got new stuff from Twisted Wonderland, so I'll talk about that another day on Twitter.
And while you're doing that, Witch, talk about our socials.
Oh, hello. I'm here to talk about socials. Yay! Anyways, follow, subscribe to the podcast on here because I said so. Turn on the bell notifications because I also said so. I don't care if you like or dislike it. I really don't care. It's engagement anyways. Anyways, you can follow the Twitter at ComicFanatic69. I've been posting some hints on all of our little chibis Halloween costumes this year, so stay tuned for the right answers later. Wink wonk.
Yeah.
And then
If you guess it, you get nothing.
Yeah.
And you can follow the Instagram at Comic Fanatic 2.0. We do post stuff on there sometimes. Not as much as Twitter, but we do post some stuff on there occasionally. If I can remember, I'll post some art for you guys, just for y'all. But only if you subscribe.
You know what? I'll take it back. If you guess it right, we'll pin your comment. There you go.
Anyways, if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U. You get the idea. I'm not changing it. And if you want to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, you can follow me at witch_of_Jotunheim. If you want to find Austin, there's probably an easier chance to find him. He's just a brick wall. And if you want to find Cryptid and Jake, too fucking bad. Tough shit. I'm not telling you.
If you want to follow me, you will be arrested. I just want to put that out there.
You'll get put in the
I
gulag.
can't move, so it's not fair to me. I am a brick wall.
You know that meme of the bread that falls? Yeah, it's gonna be like that, but with a brick wall.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then I'm gonna dance by it with like that one freaking hedgehog with the freaking hash brown dancing to a Pitbull song. Anyways.
Okay. I had to think about exactly what you said.
It's a funny meme. Getting off topic.
I remember. We never got to the topic. Go ahead, Cryptid. Tell us what you will supposedly write about.
Okay, our topic of the day, how we're starting off tonight, is Daredevil Born Again, full rework happening.
I'm still
Because anybody who thought it was a good idea to say, we're not doing what the Daredevil Netflix show did, I'm sorry. Instant rejection in my book. No. See you at the door. Wish you the best in your future endeavors. Go ahead.
Imagine wanting to do a character like they are in the comics. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Which was what the Netflix was.
The Netflix show is not like the comic books.
Dark and gritty, the best version of that most people are aware of Daredevil.
Yeah, Daredevil's in the 90s. It was dark and gritty, but he has levity to him. This man wears a shirt that says, "I'm not Daredevil."
Yeah, but would that have been the most successful one on Netflix? Would that have been the most successful project on Netflix? No, of course. Everybody unanimously agrees. Everybody unanimously agrees.
It's like saying, "Oh, Blade was successful, so the next Blade had to be exactly like that Blade to be successful." That's not what that is. That's how shows work. Shows or movies.
And even if we're going before that, I mean, I'm sure Daredevil existed before the Frank Miller era, if I remember correctly, and he wasn't always like that. So Daredevil's probably had many.
No, Jake, because the show was successful, they just like Superman and Batman. The original stuff was successful. Everything after that had to be exactly like that to be successful.
But the point is, it doesn't have to be. We live in an age of reboots and reinterpretations. Daredevil did not have to be like the Netflix version to be successful. For the internet, it did.
But Spider-Man in 20 years.
Yeah. Clearly, what they tried making in place of the Netflix show was an absolute disaster. Let's bring that up because they had to fire off all the writing teams behind the first 4 episodes of Daredevil because they were not staffed on
and we know why they did that though. As they said, they didn't have a proper showrunner. They have all this other stuff. It wasn't about what they tried to do with the show. It was about the politics behind the show that they were trying to pull.
And apparently they thought it was a good idea to say, like, we're not even going to have Daredevil in the costume for the first 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can anybody justify that?
He can fight without his costume on. It doesn't change the fact that him. Well, I don't need him in the black suit just to be Daredevil.
Spider-Man 2 has Peter half the movie not in the Spider-Man costume. It's fine. Like, I mean, they're like movies like Dark Knight Rises, which some people like. I mean, that movie.
When it comes to stuff like that, my bad, Jake. When it comes to stuff like that, as long as they give you a reason, I think it's fine. And the reason they gave was good because it was still a spiritual successor to the last stuff. Yeah. And his friends,
it was good.
He's been through the blip. His friends have died. He's been through a lot. The Kingpin is there now. When the last time we saw him, he got beat up by a little girl. I don't know. I can't explain it to you. That's what happened.
So the approach that got discontinued, you guys believe was in a good route, is what you're telling me.
No. It's like
scripted. Go ahead, Dick.
It's the execution that's about, not the idea itself. You can reinterpret things into
Apparently the execution wasn't that great because apparently Kevin Feige had to come and look at this and like, oh, there's problems with this. No, we had to scrap this whole thing. Maybe if some of the scenes we could implement in the show, maybe that's it.
I would say though, I agree. That's the point of firing the writers and getting a proper showrunner, which they didn't have. But that doesn't mean this idea of not doing Netflix and Daredevil means the show is going to automatically fail or just be bad, which you said. Especially since if you actually read the full pitch of the run would have been Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil.
Just because it was going to be based on a good run does not mean it was going to be a proper execuation. Because remember, we had Secret Invasion not too long ago.
Didn't say that. I'm saying the idea behind it was good. And just because you hold up, Jake.
We're not just because
even if you realize if the execution was bad, even if they did the Netflix one, it would still be bad, right? Yeah. That's what execution is.
Yeah. We all agree the execution of the show was most likely going to be bad. I don't think we have any disagreement there. The only thing I think Austin and I are talking about is like the idea probably wasn't terrible. They just didn't know how to do it. I think we agree for what seems like we're arguing now. I think I don't know.
I agree with I agree the expectation. I believe that was bad, and I agree that going the Netflix route would have been a safer route, which I gave them props. That's why I gave them props for trying to do something different and actually make it based on the comic full on, where he can do all this crazy stuff and do some of his bigger stories, and not everything has to be dark and gritty and realistic. So that the MCU itself isn't like that either.
Yeah. But yeah.
So you could have a Punisher in a property that's not dark and gritty.
Yeah,
They do.
the people die all the time. The Winter Soldier is the Winter Soldier dark and gritty. No, answer that. Is the Winter Soldier dark and gritty? Where this man is running around the city, shooting up little cars, buses, almost kills Nick Fury, all this crazy stuff. Is that dark and gritty?
That is Winter Soldier, all right, but like Punisher is a whole new level of like horror shit. Well, not horror shit, but more brutality. Like.
Yeah, and the Punisher can still be that when it comes to his show. He don't have to be that the moment we see him from Daredevil. He don't have to be at 10 the whole show, just murdering, torturing everybody he meets.
The Disney Plus shows need to up their games up to win the audience back. So yes, right from the get-go, you need to go out with a bang.
We're arguing something different now. If you're arguing,
yeah, you can. The Punisher isn't the main draw of the show. It's Daredevil. So
wait, no.
Once he puts, and it's 18 episodes.
Hold on. Now we're arguing something different here. If you're arguing it would have been safer for them just to go the Netflix route, I don't disagree with you either. I'm just saying that.
No, Jake. That's what they said specifically. They're doing the Netflix route because it is safer. That's the comment that they made.
Yeah. If you're arguing that the Netflix version is what they should go with because it will win fans over quicker, sure. The only thing I'm saying is that they didn't need to make it work. That's what I'm saying. That's. But they're choosing to do it because, like you said, it's easier for the fans to just get on board with. So,
Which, any thoughts?
I don't care.
See?
I'm trying to keep our socials alive. I'm good. I really don't care about Daredevil that much, so that's cool that it's getting an overhaul.
What's going on? Any thoughts on the Daredevil news Comic-Con?
Yeah. Or do you
said they were saying it when it was delayed?
I just found out or heard they don't. I mean, canceled because they canceled season 4.
No. Born Again would have been the spiritual successor, so it would have been like, oh, that stuff happened, but then we'll jump forward like a long time to this.
Oh, okay.
So the real premise that Froggy and the Karen would have died during the 5 years.
No.
And that's why Daredevil is not in the suit right now. That he's dealing with a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And he also would have been trying to help the people from Falcon Winter Soldier. Because he's a lawyer. He's trying to give all these people their stuff back they lost when they got flipped away.
Yeah. But I guess we could tie this into the other news, which I'll introduce. The MCU to change direction of its shows in light of criticism, which, as we said, we all kind of agreed on. This is much needed. I think at this point, Loki might be a success, but we can't say that for Secret Invasion.
Loki's first episode got 400 million views.
Yeah.
So,
But Jake, did you see the Pacific stuff they made with his comment?
No, not really.
So no more limited series. So no more Moon Knight, WandaVision type stuff where just 8 episodes and the show's over. So no more stuff like that. Any other show that comes out is going to be like Loki, where it gets a season 2, and they have a long-term plan for it. We still don't know, Falcon, no more Falcon and Soldier type stuff. Since that was a limited series as well.
I don't feel about that. I don't really like that. No.
Yeah, that's their first step. But they did not talk about the special presentation, so they give me hope we still get more of those. Werewolf by Night was.
Yeah. And I assume that they want to go for more of a TV budget instead of the budget for a movie, for an extended movie. You know?
Oh yeah, because Secret Invasion they lost a lot with Secret Invasion.
Oh yeah.
I don't agree with them not getting rid of limited series. The problem wasn't the series; it was the writing, really. So I don't know why that's just off the table inherently. Because not every show I feel needs multiple seasons. Because now we'll see how it is. But now I'm worried it's going to be
not every character needs their own show.
Yeah, guys, we do not need a WandaVision season 2. Let it die.
No, but
I don't know. It's funny. The only one I thought really needed season 2 was Moon Knight because of the way they ended, and we know we weren't gonna get a movie anytime soon, and we didn't get anything.
Like Moon Knight's the
I think
only show that feels so disconnected from the rest of the MCU right now. Like
I
even Eternals got referenced.
I think Moon Knight was something they thought of would just, stay with the Disney Plus lineup, not like really connect with anything in the movies. And
Yeah,
You're gonna need it
it
eventually.
was the
and
only
two,
one
It's now that I think about it, it's like
of
Moon
the.
Knight's gonna-
It was the only one that was straight up just said it's going to be a limited series. Like you were not going to get more just from the start. But it does have small references. It
I
references
thought we
the
saw that
Pharaoh
it was
King.
gonna get a season 2 or something like that. I was like,
No.
mm,
It was a limited series. So they want to try to win that award that year. At the end of the year from the whatever the TV show thing. There was a show for a limited series. There was a whole award thing, and they would have won, but they lost. So they might do a season 2. But Oscar Isaac said he wouldn't come back anyway.
wait, he wants to come back or wouldn't want to?
He only signed on for one season. So he had no intention of coming back at first.
Oh,
If he does, he does. But from our knowledge, he was not going to come back. But he had Moon Knight did get one reference though, and it was in the background of Loki's episode 2, by the way.
I don't think getting rid of limited series is just like a thing to do because, like, again, we wouldn't have gotten Falcon and Winter Soldier, and while the finale wasn't great, everything else about it was pretty solid. Still had some great moments. Would have gotten John Walker's arc because they weren't going to be able to fit that in a movie, and if they did, it was going to be a mess.
The
Jay,
unfortunate
you still
thing,
would have got that. It would just be that would be season 1, and then we'll get season 2. That's what they mean.
the unfortunate thing is like it's diminishing.
There's no more just
returns
one-off seasons for shows.
What are you saying,
it was just like an a build up to like a lot of shows that didn't perform to the standards that the producers wanted. Like Secret Invasion, definitely. Miss Marvel, it's a great show, but it didn't make numbers. She-Hulk, oh boy, we don't need to talk about what happened with She-Hulk. What are Disney Plus lineups that we have?
Ms. Marvel.
Jake,
Yeah, we brought it up.
in the chat.
My thing is like if Falcon and Winter Soldier is like let's go back and say that this rule was always in place. So will we get Falcon and Winter Soldier and then will we still get the movie, or would the story have to continue in the TV show?
You see, with Falcon and Winter Soldier, you gotta remember that was the first one.
To get the movie and then get season 2.
I was about to say, like, the Falcon Winter Soldier was going to be the first one of the Disney Plus lineup, so of course they would put all their eggs into the basket, given it the story, the length that it needed, the money that it needed, this and that. So I would say that was more of a special case as compared to the other Netflix shows,
Really wasn't though, because they literally had to cut 2 episodes, and it really.
Well, that was because of the pandemic situation. A lot of things had to get rewritten.
No. They could have just waited and then did the 2 episodes. Instead, they decide to not do that and put it out anyway. So whatever they thought they were doing, we got to judge by what they did.
But yeah, I don't.
But Jake, from my understanding, it would have been like season 1, then the movie, and then season 2.
But then you run into this problem of like maybe you run into. I'm speaking hypotheticals, so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But then you might run into the problem where it's like, do we even have a season? Do we have a season 2 to tell? Maybe I just need the show to explain this one little detail that I don't have to spend the whole movie explaining, and I'm just done. You know what I mean? Like I would much rather them have that flexibility as long as their showrunner strategy is tighter.
If they want, then they can still do a special presentation type thing. They don't have to. If it takes 8 episodes to explain one little thing for a movie, that might be a different problem.
But yeah, that would just be my only concern. I just like that they had that flexibility. That was something that didn't need to. I understand from a studio head's perspective, they're just kind of cracking down on everything to make it more traditional. I just don't really agree with the limited series being taken away.
Comic-Con want more. He wants more Kamala-Con.
I do too. But,
well, let's hope her movie's good, man. That's all.
I hope she's good in it.
It's going to be a better movie than the Captain Marvel. I'll at least guarantee that. So.
Hey, give the Marvels a chance, okay?
Yeah, I am giving it a chance, but I'm also have to be realistic in a certain aspect.
I think it's probably going to be better than the first one, but that's just me personally.
That's not a high bar to pass.
Because, she has more people to work off of.
Can we watch it for movie night and Cryptid not complain? That's the goal. That's the testament of a good Marvel film.
For real. If he's not going to complain about it, how many years later?
Hey, what status is the MCU at right now? Yeah, what status is the MCU at right now? Post, Phase 4? Yeah, they're living it high, right? They're in a great spot, right? It's all good, sunshine and rainbows.
Phase Cryptid, shut up.
Oh.
All right.
I'm enjoying myself in the MCU at least.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Marvel's finna be fire. It's like Comic Con. Kamala Khan again, the GOAT. Yes, the
actress. Yeah, she is the GOAT.
The actress is really good. So we'll see. But yeah, I think it's a good. Ultimately, it's a good for me. It's a good sign that they're tightening their shows because Secret Invasion in reality should have been a slam dunk. That should have been like an easy. That's an easy layup.
I feel like that show would have been better as a movie. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have had to made it a 2-part movie.
And and on top of that, when it came to the finale, I think that's when Marvel realizes, okay, we can't keep giving all this money to a show because when it came to Secret Invasion, they dumped all that money into the final fight. They're like, okay, we have $80 million that we need to spend. Just put up a fight between two powered beings. Put as many powers as you can. So we could spend that money.
It's like a story about normal people doing spy stuff. It shouldn't have been that hard. You could have gotten away from another superhero show stigma. You could have just got away with the MCU does the same thing over and over again. It's a spy thriller. So you could have done something completely different. Made Jason Bourne, but Marvel. You know what I mean? You could have done
I don't mind having the scrolls in it, but it's just I wish they would have just done something better with the scrolls.
But I understand after that.
$210 million.
Yeah. So I understand the crackdown. I just don't agree with that one.
Yeah. Damn, what was the next Disney Plus show coming out again?
Next year.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, what was the next show?
Next one would have been what?
Echo.
Oh.
That got pushed back.
Well, does Echo need
X-Men 97 is coming out early next year.
Does Echo need a $200 million budget?
No,
it doesn't need a $200 million budget because it doesn't need it.
Yeah, ain't nobody got powers.
Yeah.
No one got powers.
I started to think these shows are pocketing money, bro. It's a whole scheme.
Mm-hmm. But they had to give her powers out of nowhere.
Look at Comic-Con thing. Loki did.
Avengers got me into Kamala, which is slept on. I understand the gameplay wasn't perfect, but the story was great. It was a great time. It was.
I like the Avengers PS4 game, but looking at the long run, I could see how a game like that could come to haunt Miss Marvel at the end, because that game franchise was a failure, and Kamala, she was a crucial part in the storytelling of that game. At least, for the main cutscene.
What would it bite her in? What do you mean? What do you mean? Part that failed game, she must be a bad character. I don't understand how this.
No. I mean, playing that game, that was a Miss Marvel centric story, as opposed to the Avengers game. Well, more than any of the other Avengers, actually. She was the face of that franchise.
It could be
it bombed.
It could be a situation where, if you were pitching this to an investor. A game with Kamala Khan, they'd be like, "Hey, didn't the last one she was bomb?" I guess that way.
Yeah, but then it's called Marvel Avengers. All the Avengers in it.
Right, but Kamala Khan. Khan's on the face.
I won't put that failure on one character.
She was the core the main character of that game. It wasn't Cap. It wasn't Hulk. It wasn't.
It fell to the gameplay, not to the story.
No. But you're thinking if you're thinking like an investor, investors don't think. From my understanding. Investors
no. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying that's just short-sighted.
Oh yeah, it would be. But
Yeah, well, adding the fact that the ratings of her own show weren't all that great, that just adds some more of a diminishing returns on her character.
Her portfolio.
Man, that's so. I didn't finish the show, but I just remember being bored at one point.
Oh,
But that wasn't a part of the actor or the character. I actually liked the stuff they were setting up with her, but it was just taking a lot for me to get through it at one point.
she's carrying over losses. That's going to add up eventually, you know?
Her portfolio isn't great, I'll admit. But
Yeah.
But it's crazy because I like her at
Oh,
everything.
wait. Oh, wait. She was also in that Secret Warriors animated movie. I forgot what it
That
was.
show, no. On Disney Plus, on Disney, those shows did good.
Okay.
I thought it was supposed to lead up to a whole series, but apparently that got canceled.
I think I
No. Each movie led to a different movie. There's like 5 of them.
I did not like that.
Okay.
Yeah, because they did like there was one called Battle of the Bands, which was about Gwen. There was one about Squirrel Girl, Kamal, like the main one, the first one I believe, and there was like one more. They did a lot with that.
Okay. All right. At least she has one win.
Yeah.
All right.
Speaking
Okay.
of let's go to our next topic.
Go ahead, Jake.
Let's do Wonder Man and then let's do Wonder Man since it's also MCU, and then
Oh,
do
thank God it.
the
Thank
other
God.
thing.
Okay. Which do you want to announce this one?
Fuck yeah, I do. Wonder Man got scraps like it fucking should have been.
No. What you got against Wonder Man? Explain it to me.
He knows what he did.
What did this pacifist with glasses who saved the world from Doctor Doom when Doctor Doom took over the whole planet? What did he do to you?
Exist.
The man that gave us vision. What did he do to you?
He gave us vision.
The man that gave Rogue back her super strength and flying.
I'm just saying, no. He knows what he did. He knows what he fucking did. And plus, how would Wonder Man even fit into the MCU? Tell me. How would he fit?
Probably the same way She-Hulk did, in his own little area.
Yeah, he will be the precursor to a West Coast Avengers down the line.
Yeah.
No,
he also
Wonder
shows
Man.
us.
I read Young Avengers. I read Young
also
Avengers.
would have liked
Children's Crusade. I know what he fucking did. Exists.
Also would have liked to see.
You know, I don't hate Wonder Man as much as I do Rick Jones, but I still don't really care for Wonder Man that much. So I'm glad this got scrapped.
Wonder Man in every book, but then whatever book you're talking about has been cool, at least to me.
Yeah.
It's kind of lame. It's kind of lame
I
compared to
kinda-
the other guys.
I kind of want this show to happen only to see how they handle. They didn't weren't he an actor? I believe in this.
Yeah.
He also got to bang Scarlet Witch.
Wonder Man, yeah, he does have a foot in the whole Hollywood world aspect, which is what his show would have dealt with.
That's why I was interested in, because I want to see how well they handled that commentary on themselves, really, with superheroes. Especially because it would have been like Cryptid. What I was kind of expecting was like a more Johnny Cage kind of approach to acting, if that makes sense.
You could have done that, but I think this is where Marvel is like, they are hesitant about giving every character or pitch their own show. So I think the best sort of scenario you could have done with Wonder Man, give him an hour-long special, and then see what the reaction is.
Good.
Yeah, like you did with Werewolf by Night.
Yeah.
See how audiences react. Do they like this character? Do they want to see where the story goes? And then if they want to give him a series, okay, there you go.
Comic-Con, we'll do Gen V when they get halfway through, and then me and Jake will do the ending. Cause I think me and him are the only one watching it. But Cryptid, because I feel like there's Wonder Man has a story he could tell that can mean something. I don't know if it'll connect to like everything else, but I do think like Moon Knight and stuff, it has something you can do if executed correctly. It has a story you can tell that'd be great.
Yep.
So a 1 hour special would be perfect, really.
Ooh,
I feel like me and you talked about this before. I thought we agreed that a lot of this stuff could just be like special presentations instead of limited series if they really want to do it right.
I mean, imagine some characters you could even bring in, because, like, again, my pitch was you could make this like a precursor to West Coast Avengers. who was in West Coast Avengers? Kate Bishop. Like, this could have been a way to sneak her into the franchise, or continue on her character.
I do think it would have been kind of cool to have like the new Avengers for the movies, and then you got the young Avengers, and also have potentially the West Coast Avengers. Like it gets to that full comic book point where there's heroes in every part of the world. I thought that would have been kind of cool to see in live action at least once.
Mm-hmm.
I'm terrified for MCU Young Avengers as a Young Avengers stan.
Oh, that's probably the most frightening thing coming up, really.
I'm batshit terrified right now.
Because Young Avengers went through a lot. I can imagine what this live action would do.
Oh.
Don't get me started. It's like kind of confirmed, not really, that Joe Locke's gonna be playing Wiccan, and I want to unalive.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
It's like, was it that fucking hard to cast a Jewish actor? Was it that fucking hard? Apparently it was.
It is hard. It is hard to find somebody with all those check boxes.
You don't need to fit all the check boxes. Just be the main check box. You could have found a freaking Jewish actor to play. You know what? We'll talk about Young Avengers another day.
I agree mostly with that. That is a big part of that specific person's character.
And you know what's funny?
He's not just him being Jewish. He addressed himself as.
They de-aged all the canonically queer characters that we've gotten, but they allowed some of like the quote unquote straight characters, because no one believes that Kate Bishop is straight. They let them be like young adults. Straight. She's not straight. If you've read Young Avengers Volume 2, that woman is not fully straight.
I've read her.
We read it. You can be friends or even have. You can have close stuff like that, and still prefer to have a penis in you. Okay.
Like one of the things that was in when she was in the West Coast Avengers, right, where she was dating Fuse, and then her old ex-boyfriend Marvel Boy came up.
Oh,
like
God.
one of the quirks I found was like.
That's not.
No, we don't talk about
that guy. That guy can never come on the show.
Okay. All right.
That's one part where I agree with. This guy would never be on the show.
All right. Let's see. Going back to
that, I kind of want this. Hold up.
Go ahead.
Cryptid. Other than that, with Wonder Man, there is one thing I would have liked to see how they handled his pacifism that he gained.
Yeah, that would have been
because
how would you guys feel about the pacifism?
That doesn't want to fight to be interesting.
I want to see how all you guys react, because I know you guys felt strongly against like Hank Pym when it came to Earth's Mightiest Heroes for his pacifism. So would you guys be okay with Wonder Man displaying that?
I just don't care for Wonder Man.
I would be fine for Wonder Man because it's part of his character, especially more recent with like more people knowing Wonder Man for like Never Surrender than like other stuff right now. So his pacifism would be more well known. For Hank Pym, he was like, "Oh, I want to do all this stuff, but I don't want to fight them so they'll get in here." It's like, no, you have to fight them if you want to shrink them down and put them in this prison. This is how that works.
Austin, you have to remind me what Wonder Man did in No Surrender.
Oh, he showed up and he stalled the Hulk. And when Hulk first revived, I think that was his whole issue. Talking, trying to he was showing he was a pacifist, also trying to stop the Hulk from going on his rampage, and he succeeded for most of it, I believe.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I remember in No Surrender, so many characters had grandstanding moments that I guess Wonder Man's moment got lost in the ocean for me. So
yeah, because I think he only got like half a chapter. I think that was also the Rogue chapter.
Got it.
It's hard to remember.
It's so long, but anyway, yeah, is what it is. I'm sure we'll have this actor back in some capacity. So yeah.
Well, all I'm gonna say is if Echo comes out, it better be good at this point. If Wonder Man got scrapped. Because like I said, I'm not gonna rag on Echo, but we all know I wasn't that interested. I was gonna give it a chance. Wonder Man I actually was very interested in. So Echo better be at least decent quality.
It needs to be better than Hawkeye, in my opinion.
I feel
I'll give you that. It got to be better than Hawkeye to justify it getting made.
I feel so bad for Echo fans because that's a ticking time bomb waiting to happen. So, alrighty then. Let's with that, I think we should move on, guys. Uh, let's move on to the next topic. Jake, you take this one.
Monarchy
I don't
reigns
think
with Monarchy, the Legacy of Monsters trailer. So,
did you say monarchy?
oh, Monarch! I'm sorry, I just got back, so I got back just in time. So I was only reading it. Monarch, Legacy of Monsters.
Did you watch the trailer, Jake?
Do you think is this a Marvel thing? If it's a Marvel thing, then
Nah, it's
hopefully we get
Godzilla.
No. It's a Godzilla.
No, I didn't watch the trailer, but I do have the synopsis of the story. So,
I'm going to karate chop you.
essentially, this story will focus on two different time periods in the MonsterVerse. Roughly around the Kong period being one of them, like the first Kong movie, and then like the other one being roughly after the events of the first Godzilla movie in this new era, if you will.
Mhm.
Hey, Cryptid.
Yeah.
They have Wyatt Russell, aka the U.S. agent, playing the young version, and they have Kurt Russell, his dad, playing the older version of the same character.
Oh yeah, I knew about that. I mean, I saw the trailer, and I'm like, okay, that's a nice little way to have a father-son project going on, you know?
Yeah, that's why I was excited for it.
And hey, Wyatt Russell's playing another soldier. Okay, let's go for it.
He might be getting typecast.
As far as the story goes, do you guys see a story here other than just monsters fighting?
Is exploring an era where people have to adjust to monsters existing alongside them.
Well, yeah, if you saw the second trailer, they also had them investigating what Monarch is as well. So Monarch isn't known to the world overall about what they're doing.
Oh wait, isn't John Goodman gonna be back in here?
Yep, he was in the trailer.
Yep.
All that was in the second trailer. I think y'all didn't see that.
So this is gonna be part of the whole MonsterVerse, right?
Yes, this is.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
it's the Time King Kong Godzilla 2014, and I think Godzilla vs Kong together.
Okay. All right. So I'm definitely gonna have to go see this now. So.
It's not one of those must watch, but I think it will add a whole lot to the movies if you like these films.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
So, there you go.
All right then. Any further thoughts on this, guys?
Nope.
I have more thoughts on this. I have more thoughts on this than the next topic. I'll tell you that.
Okay. All right then. With that, let's move on to the next one, guys, and I'll call this one Chucky Season 3, Episode 2. Yeah, patience is running thin on this series. Chucky kills another person in the Oval Office. You cannot tell me there are no cameras or any recording devices in the Oval Office. God damn it!
Look, bro. There's no cameras, but we got voodoo. Okay, that's the trade-off.
I hate that they're using voodoo as a MacGuffin for every explanation now.
It's like, come on, guys, get creative.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So what ends up happening is, okay, more Chucky shenanigans. You know, you have Chucky's he's in the White House. He completely groomed the little kid, the little son in this series, which is something he normally does now. And apparently every little kid in this franchise, besides Andy, is an idiot for trusting Chucky now. Yeah, Chucky ends up killing the president's secretary. Oh, and you guys remember that teacher from the first season? You know, the one that we thought was Glenn?
We watched the episode.
Yep. She gets killed. You know, the one that
that's what I was mad about.
Yeah, the one that the show was like hinting that, oh my god, this she had like a checkered past. She must have done something. There must be more to this character. And no, Chucky kills her by strangling her with the American flag.
You remember in season 1 what everyone thought she was going to be Glinda in disguise?
Yeah.
No, I was actually mad about that. not because they did with the flag was already messed up in a way,
Yeah.
but the fact that another adult of Dare just randomly died because it really kind of came out of nowhere. We knew that she was probably going to see Chucky, but for her to die episode 2, and we didn't really get the full dynamic of her with these kids, felt like really rushed just to
Yeah.
hurt them.
Maybe the actress is like, yeah, I see a sinking ship when I see one. Can you guys just kill me off? I want to go do some more some actual serious projects, you know?
It kind of felt like, oh, look at her. She's trying to actually be a parent and an adult to these kids and keep them from chasing Chucky. Can't have that. We got to get her character out of here.
Okay, so now where are the kids gonna live now?
Yeah, they're homeless. Like it's done. No,
Mhm.
no foster parent is gonna want to take these kids in when everyone around them dies.
Oh, it's
So
funny you
I
should bring
guess
up.
they're gonna reveal like next season. Oh, they're 18. They don't have to stay with her. They'll stay with a person.
They have to at this point. Or you could say that they all enlist in the army. That's what happened to Andy.
Yeah,
But
go to boot camp.
it's funny you should bring up the reputation because this is an ongoing thing I'm hating in Chucky, which is dealing with the kids. I'm finding a reason to hate all the kids in this series, which also includes the president's 2 sons. One, that little
Oh,
kid,
they
the little
suck.
brother, you're a damn idiot, kid. And as for the older brother, he does not feel like he's a president's son. He's like a TikToker, an influencer. Like, what the heck, dude? And you get this sob story from damn, I forgot what her name is, Lexi. Who wants to find a way to get into the White House because she, Devin, and Jake have to go kill Chucky, and the kid gets won over by her sob story about finding her sister and says, "Yeah, you guys can hang in the White House. Hang with me. You guys are my friends." And his mother is being the only responsible one, saying, "Dude, son, do you know about their past? Murders happen in their pasts to people that are close to them." And the son is like, "Ah, come on, mom. You just don't want me to have friends. You stupid idiots."
There's a
Yeah.
difference between giving them like the benefit of doubt and disbelief, and then some just being stupid.
Yes.
And this show is really hitting like this is just stupid part now. So I know the whole thing is going to be at the White House, but I really hope they cut this part early, and we just go try to find this little girl.
I hope so. I mean, speaking of being stupid, apparently nobody in the White House is aware of the fact that the kid's toy, he's going by a different name. What is it? Joseph or something like that?
He's going by Joseph, but yeah, some of the dolls do have different names. That because you can set their name when you first get them.
Yeah, but still, like it's still the same model, just pronouncing itself a different name. It's still associated with the good guy dolls, and you mean to tell me?
Oh yeah,
that history
the whole situation. They all got recalled. Remember, there was a whole recall of them.
Exactly. There was literally an in-canon movie of Bride of Chucky that debuted in the Chucky universe.
Yep.
About a killer doll a killer in the body of a good guy doll. And nobody in the White House is like thinking, "Oh wow, all these murders are happening and we have this one doll that's just been around the area all that time." Huh.
It's even worse because even if I believe that these like the people in the White House don't believe in all this stuff, because that's what adults do. They don't really care, don't believe. The guy who's investigating literally found Chucky walking around prints. He found like footprints of Chucky walking around at the murder scene. And he didn't think he'd be like, "Hey yo," and then he matched the little foot up with the son's shoes, and they didn't match. So he knows there's someone really small running around, or he's an idiot.
Oh, and keep in mind, he was informed by the secretary that the person who killed that first service agent, like, the one everybody assumed, he committed suicide,
They never walked past him. They never walked past him.
No, not just that, but she told him that the angle at which the guy got shot at, it could not have
It was
been a suicide. It had to have been from somebody of a short stature.
yeah. So at the very least, you think the kid did it, or it's the doll with him. Like it really narrows it down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you telling me the son? You telling me the son was at school at the time, and only the doll was in the room? We're burning that doll.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't believe the doll's a killer, we're getting rid of it at the very least.
Yeah, exactly. Or we could just look up the video surveillance that's all around the White House. I'm sure there has to be one of Chucky walking.
I bet you that's never going to be addressed because they know it breaks the whole story.
Oh no, they're just going to blame it on Voodoo. Voodoo is staticking up all the recordings.
So like even then, I can give them the first one. Like, oh, they might not have the camera in like the kid's bedroom. It's far fetched, but I'll let it slide. But in the Oval Office itself,
In the
in the
hallway.
lobby, you didn't have cameras where the lady got choked out at.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Again,
insane.
it's expecting you to swallow a load of crap. That's what it is. Chucky.
So,
Is there any hope for this getting any better?
realistically, I don't believe in the season. Like I don't believe after how I saw how they ended last season, how they fumbled. Like you saw how I felt about like the GG storyline, how they handled the
Yep.
twins, all that stuff. And I like how they handle a lot of seasons too. So I don't really have a lot of
Mm-hmm.
faith in season 3. But at this point, I do want to see how they show ends at the very least. So I'm gonna make it through this. And if the next season, the last season, I'll watch it. If the fourth season that comes out, not the final season, I will not watch it.
But sadly, I will be. Hey, I made it this far in the Chucky franchise.
Realistically, I don't really know like what they think like will fall for. At best, that little girl might die. You know what I mean? But we don't care about that little girl. She's literally been terrible the whole show.
Her character went out the window the moment where they were in the theater in season 1, and Chucky was killing everybody by stabbing them in the butts of their seats. Her father,
Yeah.
who was right next to her, gets stabbed and gets killed. And when everybody's like, screaming and running, she's like, I want to watch my movie. I want to watch the movie. I want to finish watching this movie. Get out of here, kid.
First of all, no 7-year-old cares about a black and white film. Get out the window. They're not watching.
That was the original Frankenstein movie, I think. So you thought,
yeah, it was. Yep. She was not paying attention to that. Don't let that fool you. But the moment she just fully believed him, like, oh, Chucky said that I was adopted, so I'm gonna go with her. It's like, what?
They better be.
What are you?
They better.
The doll killed your dad at this point.
I mean, the show better say that. Maybe voodoo could persuade the minds of children at that point, because it did not affect Andy, but for whatever reason, every kid that Chucky is now in contact with is now all up in arms and defending Chucky, no matter what. Wow.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. I get it. That was like a 2 out of 10. It was not really enjoyable to get through.
That is true. But anyway, any final thoughts?
I like how we just ended up in the White House without any build up. Let's leave. I don't.
Hey, build up the next 2, okay?
Okay. All right. Speaking of build-ups, let's go on to the next topic.
It's my turn. It's my turn. Yeah, I have a dip with you. Loki, season 2, episode 2. We go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
I wish we never got to see Sylvie again. I fucking swear to the gods.
It's gonna be a whopper.
I agree with that one Hunter guy. Loki, you're obsessed with this woman. It's kind of weird.
He's obsessed with himself. Come on, keep yourself in
No, this is different.
Hang on. Let's put it in the context. Just happened for him. This wasn't like a thing he had like weeks to get over. This is a day. He's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, it's been literally one day for him.
Still,
Mm.
I'm not even that obsessed with him.
No, I agree. That's like, dude, like, she literally just built the universe. At least give her like a step back or something. But
Hey, I
It's
like
like going.
the
Loki is
pie scene.
essentially.
I like that pie scene. That was nice. That was good character development for Mobius and Loki's relationship.
the pie is
Let's
God.
actually review the episode. So basically, episode is called Breaking Brad. So if I remember correctly, this dude who was basically we thought was going to be like the crossbones of the whatever. He's apparently gone rogue, and so Loki and Mobius have to bring him in and interrogate him because he maybe knows the location of Sylvie, but he's a bit harder to crack because he's been trained to avoid TVA torture. So
He's also a bitch.
yeah, so it's up to Loki and
It's
up to Loki and Mobius to figure out how to get him to spill his guts. Meanwhile, sinister plots are happening at the TVA. Some people don't agree with.
They're not really.
Some people don't agree with the direction that they're going to. They're going with the variants, and so civil discourse is a bit. Also, our guy from the basement, he's found out that we're all gonna die.
Obi.
We're all gonna die.
Ouroboros.
Yeah. So I think right off the bat, I think what I did love about this is we got to see Loki do some Loki shit, and that was pretty fun to watch. So I really did it.
Kind of for the first time.
Yeah.
Really.
I got this.
So before this, he only did illusions. He actually did some magic.
Yeah.
I was just happy to see a glimpse of Loki being a villain again. Which, damn, I've actually been missing. Like when he just wanted to go all full villain on whatever that guy's name was. Like saying, you really want to see me be a bad guy? You really want to see what I'm
Brad.
capable of? Oof.
Yeah. I liked seeing this because at first I was getting frustrated. I was like, Loki, you're not going to chase this guy all on foot. But then watching Loki play with him and make Brad think he's like ahead of him, but he's really not. All that was peak Loki stuff. I really liked that. It was a good.
Thank you, Dick.
So.
Because I was telling because the whole time I was watching, I was like, why is he chasing after man? And he started breathing hard. I was like, oh, come on, what's happening?
So.
If you don't throw something, dude.
Yeah, so watching Loki use his powers in fun ways, which like I was like, usually in the MCU, from my memory, I think after his first movie, all we really see him do is like shapeshift and throw knives.
Even in the first movie, that's all he did. All he did was make illusions, and Thor knocked them all away when he hit the ground with the hammer.
Yeah, but then we got to see cool powers like his shadow manipulation and all that too. And he did do illusions too, but he was more creative with them. Like he used them to trip up Brad multiple times, and
he made a whole lot of them at different people. And
and then he made he also made multiple versions of it. Like the even Mobius didn't know which one was which I thought was a neat touch as well. Just seeing Loki play.
You know what's funny? If you rewatch that scene, trying to pay attention, with the way they do the camera work, you can tell which Loki is real beforehand. Because the one whose eyes glow and does the shadow magic is clearly looking from the right side.
So it was all pretty good. Then we have Brad in the cell, and this went on longer than I thought.
The second worst. This is the second worst Brad in the MCU, by the way. Never forget that guy to try to steal.
That's true. Yeah,
that's true. 100%.
What I like about the cell, like the whole interrogation bit, is like this could have been easily boring, but this was used to get a lot of character work in like very clever ways. We even got to see Mobius be afraid of the idea that maybe he had a good life outside of the because I want to know that like I'm stuck here and I used to have a life on the sacred timeline, that I really enjoyed. So I really liked all that. I like the conversation. I like Loki to actually like talking to Mobius like he's a human. Like I don't know what to explain it. It's like, hey man, you okay? You doing okay? I've never seen you lose it like that. He's like, I don't know. So, seeing Loki be an actor. Good.
I think it's funny because this is the Loki basically fresh from Asgard, so he don't have this like he technically shouldn't be talking like this. but it worked from how Tom Henson sells the thing. I guess.
I think yeah.
So this guy, he was straight out of Asgard. He tried to take over the world, and he became TVA. That was like a week.
Yeah, I think we also have to consider too, and basically we're judging him on what we've seen, which is fair. But you also got to consider there was like 1,000 years before he got to the point where he was just angry at Asgard. So maybe there is an argument to be made. He is kind of like this when he was chill. We just kind of saw him at his worst. But yeah, no, I agree. Eventually, as Cryptid pointed out too, we get to see Loki actually go kind of villain mode on Brad at the end of the interrogation, which was really fun when he trapped him in the box too. Like that whole bit is just like kind of great. Like this is just a great showcase of the Loki character. I feel this whole episode.
People overlook how well Mobius had to sell that he wasn't in on it. Because you did think that he lost his donor on his own at first, and then he's like, "I told you the plan would work."
Yeah.
I like that moment too, because it's like from Brad's perspective, it would be obvious that Mobius isn't on the plan. Like this all feels like a setup, but he's not sure enough about Loki to make that bet. And Loki is so committed to the bit that Brad just kind of loses confidence in himself and just kind of assumes Loki's going to kill him. And to be honest, he might have. So I did like how it was more about making Brad unconfident in his decisions rather than completely tricking him as well. And then I think our episode winds up. We go to the greatest place in the MCU, McDonald's.
Woo!
The greatest place ever. This place had I think this place had a bullpen.
That's true. So Sylvie is working at McDonald's, which she really seems to enjoy. We get a really.
She's working at McDonald's because she couldn't pay for any of the food she bought last week.
But she knows
that she bought one of everything with no.
But she enjoys working there. Okay, she enjoys her life. She was really afraid that she
but I would not enjoy working at McDonald's. I barely enjoy working on my own job.
Oh God, no way.
Wait, you gotta remember, she's since like 7. She's just been on the run. She's never had a job before. So for her, she's still in the excited mode. She hasn't been on an 8-hour shift yet. She ain't been through it.
We have a really good scene, and I gotta say, Tom Hiddleston is killing it this season.
I know he's really good at in this role right now.
Yeah, there's a moment with him and Sylvie right before the conversation even starts, where you just see the awkward way Loki's trying to approach the conversation. He's like, "How do I start?" Like he's been waiting for this moment, but he doesn't know how to actually start it. I'm like, that's so real. That's so good. Like that was just all that build up before he actually says anything is like great.
Hey. I don't need that from my
but I think here's my criticism, and it's of Sylvie as a character. Like, Sylvie, why are you giving him a hard time? Like, to be honest, all he wanted to do was talk to you. All he was just saying is like, wait, let's just consider it.
No, just like you said, the last thing for them, it was like yesterday. Right. So the last thing she got was she finally almost got her revenge. And this guy that she loved was like, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
That's what she's still mad about. She hasn't forgave him for that.
Yeah, but it wasn't like he was saying, it wasn't like he was kicking it off the table. All he said, as far as I remember the finale, all he said was, let's consider the idea that maybe this dude is telling the truth. You know what I mean?
He was like, I believe it. I don't think you should kill him. And she's like, F you, bro. They got died.
Yeah. So I don't. So I was just kind of a bit like, Sylvie, I feel like you're taking this way too personally. He was more thinking of like, let's make sure the multiverse doesn't fall apart before.
And plus, it was her fault for basically almost basically destroying the multiverse. So the fact that she is pissed off at Loki.
No. Yeah, no, but she doesn't know. She don't believe that though. That's the thing. But you have to remember, Jake, this is personal, bro. This has been her life since 7-year-old, trying to kill these people that have been after her, sent by this man that Loki wants her not to kill. That's why it should be.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm thinking about how I would have taken it. I'm taking it from the perspective that he wasn't even arguing for me not to do it. He was just arguing me for wait and just consider the option.
Thousands of years of wanting vengeance versus a week with a guy.
Yeah, she could. No. I don't. Like I said, her wanting to kill Kang. I mean, it was annoying, but yeah, get it. I like. Would I be this mad at Loki for just considering an alternative option? I don't know. But she was
I think she can be mad enough not to talk to him about it. Like
maybe, but she wants nothing to do with the TVA. She wants nothing to do with Loki. She's happy working at McDonald's. And I think that this could have easily been the worst product placement of all time, but it just works. So,
yeah, credit. Did you like that? I was trying to tell you, like, it's the biggest thing I ever seen.
Like,
it's almost like the Krispy Kreme scene of Power Rangers.
Nah, like I gotta be honest. Like when I was watching this, like keep in mind I had to multitask because I was behind so many things since Comic-Con that I was just having the show play in the background, and I really wasn't paying attention to too much of the advertisements. So yeah,
I think what makes this work is that it's an act. It's not. It's like it's obviously in your face, but it's a part of the story. Like they're interacting in it. They're not just like promoting it. It's not like, oh, here, look at the McDonald's. It's like, no, Mobius.
No, it's like we do get that scene though. Where Morbius like, hey, this food is great. This is amazing.
Yeah. It's a natural part of the scene. Like I don't know how to explain it. I would need like a bad.
No, I agree with you.
It would be like a.
It's just him talking to Brad. It's not like him pausing like the scene of everything. They'd be like, "Oh, this food is amazing! Oh my god, we have to always come here." Like he's just trying to figure out what Brad is thinking, and he's talking to distract him from whatever he's fidgeting about.
I think the best way of saying it is like it feels like McDonald's could have been any fast food. It could have been a made up fast food restaurant. The scene still plays out the same. I think
they got the rights. They got the rights to use Mickey D's.
Yeah, but I think that's
not only that, but because of all the budget they're giving into the show, I mean, I would imagine the studio's like, okay, we need to have some sort of product placement just to cover some of the costs. All right, like we're still getting too much money.
The scene is written in a way where it could have been any restaurant made up or real, and it would have been the same script, and I think that's what makes it work so well for me. But eventually we find out that this was all really a setup. And that meanwhile there's a TVA faction that's split up to blow up all the variant timelines.
It wasn't a setup. Like Brad didn't bring them there intentionally to get them killed. It really was what Sylvie was. He just didn't want to stay because he knew what was happening.
That's more accurate. But meanwhile there's a splinter group of the TVA that's just blowing up all the timelines. All the branches, I should say, not the timelines, but all the branches on the sacred timeline. Loki, Sylvie, and Mobius managed to stop them, but not before a lot of branches get destroyed. And the only reason this matters now is because now the TVA now the main TVA, like our TVA, the good TVA, considers the variant time branches as like real people now. So they see it as like, she says billions of people die, but it's over billions. Okay,
it's at least trillions.
It's like unquantifiable how many people had died.
But funny enough, Dick, that was my problem. Like I didn't have a problem with the Sylvie not wanting to talk to Loki thing, but I did have a problem with what she said at this point, which is like, so this the best y'all can do, and I was like, you realize we spent like 20 minutes trying to convince you to get here. We could have beat this already. You know that, right? We came to you, and if you would just listen, we would have got this over. All these branches would have been fine. Don't put that on us because you made us lose time.
Yeah, ironically, we're gonna switch places. I'm gonna defend it from the point of view. She's like, the TVA is the reason this happened. Basically, that was, I think, her argument more so.
Yeah, yeah, but that was what most argument was. I tried to figure out what's going on, and I need your help. And while the TVA. I agree with you. Yeah. I agree with you. I'll let you fly.
Yeah, because he had no
idea. The TVA aren't the villains. They're just doing their job that they've been doing. They're the necessary evil so far right now. I guess I'll play that. Because what they did technically is the right thing, but it doesn't change the fact that it is genocide of time.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was, and also we found out as well that the only way they could possibly fix things and bring it back to normal is if they get permission from Miss Minutes, but Miss Minutes seems to actively work against them. So,
Potentially, because they need the temporal aura of hero remains, and they believe that Miss Minutes will get it. But I don't think she can.
Yeah. But the other problem is Miss Minutes might be actively working against them, so they're not sure if they can even trust her. All in all, I think I was gonna say, all in all, I think this is a great episode. I think again, this fixes a problem that Loki season 1 had, where it's like a lot of the setup we get paid off in the episode, but we're still left wanting more. Like we're still left with the remaining questions. So like questions are being answered as they're asked, but then the answers lead you to bigger questions, which I think is a better format than the first season, where it was like we're all asking questions to get one answer that we have to wait a whole season for. So, and like I said, Loki, Mobius's connection's great. The acting's great. I think this is Tom Hiddleston's best work as Loki.
I agree. So far,
he clearly seems to be enjoying the role. And I think, like I said, I'm still, at least we'll see at the end, but I still think Loki might be the new guy. He might be the new Tony Stark, but that's me. All right, everybody else, what do you guys think?
Keep the momentum up, Marvel. Come on, especially by the time we go to the finale. I know that's the hardest part for you guys, but come on, we're all having our hope for you.
I want to talk about Brad for a second, because I kind of feel for the guy. From his point of view, he went to go find Sylvie, and then she just kind of shattered his whole world. Because it's implied that they were told that they were variants and stuff from Loki, but like no one really could prove it at the time. But he goes to Sylvie, and basically she just tells him, like, puts out everything out on the table. So he's like, then what's the point? So I had my life robbed from me to work as basically like a rent-a-cop in a TVA when I could have been doing anything. So he just throws his temp pad away. No, Sylvie messes with his temp pad, and then he goes to a new timeline and became a movie star. They followed that temp pad thinking it was her, so she kind of set him up.
Yeah, I mean, I think I like Brad as a character too. Like he's kind of an asshole, but it's whatever. It's like
I wouldn't even say he's an asshole, because everything he said is like 100% true. Yeah. Loki, you're doing it because you think being a hero is somehow going to redeem you in some way. Yeah. It's not. You're an asshole. You did fucked up shit for 1,000 years. Having a good stretch for like 10 years is not going to redeem you.
If you're saving the multiverse, I feel like that's like a higher level.
I'm saying that the one above all is not good.
Yeah, he looks at your needs as a whole. But I would say from a mortal standpoint, if you say the multiverse, we might have a conversation about redemption. Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'll give you that. If Loki succeeds, I'll let it slide. But unlike you, I remember that one guy who he ripped out in the Avengers.
That's true.
But I like Brad. I like him being an asshole because everything he said, it wasn't like he was lying or anything. Everything he said was true. And him getting a legit response from Mobius, that's the first time I think we ever seen Mobius face paint. You might think other than like either shock or calm.
Yeah.
So it was a big thing for me. I really liked it.
Yeah. Like I said, I think this is proving to be the best Marvel TV, maybe Marvel project of the. No, well, you would have to argue with somebody. Do they like Guardians 3 or this show more? And that's up to them. I think it's.
I would like to give an opinion on Loki season 2, like as a collective, to see where I would place it so far in this year's MCU stuff. Right. But so far, it's pretty good. Besides Sylvie, other than that, yeah.
I can't believe none of us like Sylvie. I think it's the first time we all unanimously.
I have so many complaints when it comes to Sylvie as a character. Oh my! Can I go on this mini rant? I'll try to be quick with it.
Okay. No, go ahead.
One, they cut the Queen, Amora the Enchantress, for Sylvie Lushton, the copycat Enchantress. Like, what the fuck? First of all. Second of all, we don't even get a proper female Loki. This is just a whole other character. This isn't even a Loki character. And it's like, instead of having like accurate gender fluid Loki representation, like every other form of Loki that we ever gotten, we just got this, which, okay, I guess, fuck off with the self-cess. Jesus Christ. Like, I get it. You're kind of a narcissist, but
Yeah.
still, like, come the fuck on. It's
That was my problem. They were out their way to say that, oh yeah, he probably dated a man or two once before, and it meant nothing because you immediately have him date himself.
it really doesn't mean anything at this point. I agree. It's like, what the fuck, man?
They queer baited.
They queer baited a queer character.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not even like getting into the mythology, like of Norse mythology. Like in the comics, Loki is confirmed to be both bisexual and gender fluid, and we couldn't even get both of them. Like we couldn't even get proper like gender fluid Loki. Like, come on, man. It's like I'm not asking for much, but it's like, can you?
I don't know how you introduce gender fluid Loki this late in the game, but you know the other one, yeah.
I think you could have did it if this lady was actually just female Loki, and then you got both halves of Loki in this type of sense.
And don't you think it's kind of weird that Sylvie's the only female Loki? That makes no goddamn sense to me.
Well, eventually these
yeah, that could have been explained.
Wasn't there
at least earlier?
Wasn't there only one alligator Loki in the universe?
Because the variants.
No. The only one they said for sure. There's only one of it right now has been American Comics.
The variants are all copies of the original Loki. If you copy a copy of a copy, it's gonna look less like the original the more you go on. So eventually
you would think that we would have a couple of female Lokis here and there, but whatever.
Yeah, we're not dying. We're saying the fact there's only one female Loki in the multiverse. It seems highly unlikely.
In the variant branch, there might have been others, and they pruned them by the time we got to her. But if the original,
they still use
the wrong enchantress.
Because if the original Loki is a male, then it's going to be rare to get a female, and they might have pruned those off by the time we got to Sylvie. So, you know.
Or we just haven't seen him. But still, I would have loved for like our Loki, like the main Loki. Like, come on, can we see him shapeshift every once in a while? Like, yeah, we saw like an upgrade to his illusion magic with like the shadow Lokis that he made at the beginning of the episode. But it's like, I would like to see more of his shapeshifting, please.
He kind of did it here. He didn't really shapeshift, but he cast illusion on himself to make him like a different person.
But that's different. That's illusion magic. That isn't shapeshifting.
It's different. Yeah, I agree. But
that's different.
I just think it's funny they did Crocodile Loki and not Fork Loki.
God, that was... we got Kid Loki, so...
You guys know that they originally wanted Thorgy in this show, right?
We did get Thorgy in this show.
Yeah, we saw. He actually has a scene where he fights Loki and he knocks Loki out.
He's actually voiced
in the show. They still had him in a cup or something.
And they actually had him voiced by Chris Hemsworth to do the croaking.
But I kind of, if I did the show, I kind of would have, instead of Sylvie, like I said, I either would have did a Enchantress, or I would have had him with a kid Loki.
Ooh.
And that would have been the dynamic. Cool. I think that could have been an interesting thing too.
Could have been.
That also would have led to Young Avengers stuff, if you really wanted to.
Yeah, but the way that they're doing the Young Avengers right now, it's like. They're already fucking it up, and I already know it. I can smell it in the air.
But yeah, Loki, go watch, go enjoy, go try.
Hey. But already, guys, with that, we should probably move on. What were you gonna say, Austin?
I was gonna ask Jake what he was doing in the background.
I'm doing nothing. I have the thing on mute when I'm not talking. It's not me.
I was just out getting some cake. So, all right. Okay, guys, let's move on to the next. All right, now we're done with the media news. Now we're moving on to the comic news.
Can I make one quick note for the audience before we move on to the comic news?
Go ahead.
Yeah, like how I posted on Twitter, this episode's gonna be a little bit different. So yeah, stay tuned for our comic reviews on Thursday, which I will actually be there for this time.
Yay.
Anyways, let's move on to the comic news.
Gotcha. So Marvel announced their ultimate lineup, and we got to talk about them each separately. So let's start off with Ultimate Spider-Man.
God damn it.
I like the premise of this. I don't know if you guys read what the summary is going to be. Okay, so let me read it right here.
My bad. I was
No, let me.
I read.
Let me read what it is for the audience. God dang, I just had it. Okay, Spider-Man will once again anchor a new line of Ultimate Marvel titles, but with the original Ultimate version of Peter Parker dead and Miles Morales driving in the main continuity of 616, the question will immediately be, who will be under the mask of Spider-Man?
Your mother.
She wishes.
No.
They know for sure. It either have to be Peter for the sake of being Ultimate Spider-Man, or Ben Reilly at this point. And the outfits they teased were Peter black suit, which is another Peter. They try to act like a different character for some reason. They teased Ben Reilly and they teased Miguel O'Hara. But I don't think anybody here wants a Miguel O'Hara story in the modern day.
They tried that, did not work.
So it should really just be Peter until, or just do it like the PS4 games doing. They have Peter beat Peter and Miles together, and not just separate books. Just have them together.
Well, they can't. They explicitly say they can't use Miles since Miles is already in the main universe.
Him being in the main universe, I mean, he can't be born and created.
No,
that's the point of a different.
That's what the summary. That's what the summary literally stated.
Why Miles? Who it could be?
No, the summary stated that it might not be Miles because he's in the universe. Don't mean that Miles can't show up eventually in this time.
Let's not witch talk.
That'd be like saying.
I'm not saying it's gonna be, but I have a theory.
Go ahead.
Okay, so in the Ultimate Universe, Kitty Pryde dates Peter Parker for a little bit and joins joins him in like crime fighting, instead of hanging out with the X-Men, and she dons this this suit or whatever that's supposed to be like a spider suit kind of. So
yeah, yellow and green one. It could be, but
it's not going to be. They seem to be doing the classic suit,
but you never know. I got Ultimate Colossus in that Secret Invasion book or whatever the fuck it's called.
We're looking at the cover of the Spider-Man comic, and it's clearly visibly a male body. Cannot be Kitty.
Know. They could be baiting you.
I think baiting really in Jonathan Hickman style. So I feel like that. He'll tease, but he won't bait you into thinking one thing. And he'll be like, haha, you're wrong. Congratulations.
Here's who it could be.
Really, like I said, I think we're getting Peter because that's not what I heard, Cryptid. The summary that I heard talked about Peter in it seemed like Peter in like a midlife crisis type thing. And having to rise up as Spider-Man in a time where everyone needs more heroes. That's what I heard.
This is what I'm getting out from Screen Rant.
Don't use Screen Rant. Do not use Screen Rant. Screen Rant's bullshit.
But to be honest, I think we're all just happy to have a Spider-Man that isn't as watched and as controlled as 616. So there's a chance that he can be happy for 5 minutes.
Here's a real oddball pick who I think could be Spider-Man. You guys remember Flash Thompson's buddy in the Ultimate Universe?
No.
Oh, is that?
No, they won't do that.
What was his name? Kong or something like that? He's literally
they're not.
He's literally the only person in high school who pieced together, oh my god, Peter Parker has to be Spider-Man. Spider-Man came coincidentally after Peter Parker got bitten by the spider, and all this event started happening around the school. Curiously, around Peter Parker. It has to be him. You know?
People will take it being Flash before they take it being that guy. Okay? If they want to do a full switch on it, make it Harry. I think that'd be funny.
Ooh.
And his dad still becomes Green Goblin.
I forgot what happened to Harry in the Ultimate Universe. Does anybody remember?
I forgot he was a character too. I don't remember that either. Bro, yeah, he wasn't there when Peter died. He didn't go to the funeral. I think he was already dead, I guess.
Well, keep in mind, they found out that he was Peter Parker was Spider-Man, so they're like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
They found
That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't remember Harry ended the lead up to the death of Peter Parker or at the funeral or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he was already dead by that point. But
we'll see.
I'm excited because they don't have the same restrictions that the main 616. So that means we're actually in a full new era of Spider-Man. Who knows? He might actually be happy. I'll buy the book.
I'm not buying Ultimate Spider-Man, sorry, but there is a book I do plan on buying.
I may be getting Superior, but I'll give Ultimate a try.
Do you believe they might take some stuff from this Jonathan Hickman? So really, he's just gonna do whatever he wants. He's not gonna feel pressured to do what I'm about to say. But do you think they're gonna take some stuff from the new, not the upcoming animated Spider-Man show, where Black Harry, his best friend is now the girl from the Runaways? I forget her name. It's been so long. Sister Grimm.
Wait.
Yeah, Sister Grimm, Nico.
Wait, I thought he was just gonna be voiced by a voice actor who was black.
No, in this show, he's black. Him and Norman are black, bro.
It explains the Norman waves.
Harry, no, not even Harry's black. He's like a football player. He's taller, he's built, he's bigger than Flash.
What?
I can't send pics. Jacob, one of y'all have to send pics. I'll get disconnected.
That's what commotion was.
My profile pic on here.
Yeah, but
really shows for the next topic. I'm just saying that right now.
Okay, but
yeah, we saw like I believe those two were the biggest changes visually. But you see, Daredevil and all of them was in the show and stuff too.
I didn't.
But yeah, they were black.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
So I forgot about that. To be honest, that wasn't why I was bringing it up. I was more bringing it up. You think like we want to get new friends for Peter, like Sister Grimm, or new younger cast and stuff like that. You think they're gonna switch up the formula a lot, or we're still gonna get like MJ, Harry?
Nah, they're switching up the formula because I don't know if you recall in the last Spider-Man adaptation, they had Miss Marvel, they had Miles, they had what was her name? The Hispanic Spider-Woman, Arachne. What was her name? Yeah, they were the ones who were Peter's supporting cast in his series, even though some of them didn't make any sense. But so I can imagine they're going to want to take it up.
We do know though, before they went back in time, and Peter before the Maker grabbed the spider, so Peter didn't get bit, he was still friends with Liz Allen. So I don't know after they went back in time to say, Cap, is that going to be the same?
Mm-hmm.
But I do expect Liz Allen to still be in the story.
Oh, is she still going to have fire powers?
I don't think she'll have spider powers. No, to be in the story.
Fire powers. Wasn't she Firestar?
Oh yeah, she was Firestar. Yeah, I forgot about that. They might. I'd like to see her still be a mutant that get fire powers.
Okay, we'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, I think we should really move on to the next topics for time's sake. Yes. All right then. This is all you, buddy.
Yes. Okay, so quick context. Out of all of the Ultimate Universe books, Ultimate X-Men was the only one that I can actually stomach without wanting to rip my hair out. So the fact that Peach Momoko, of all people, one of my favorite comic book artists, is writing and doing the art for Ultimate X-Men is making me very happy right now. My profile pic is Ultimate North Star, by the way. Just letting you know right now. It's the same North Star they got to date Colossus.
Mm-hmm.
Not even 616 North Star can say that. Shit, he couldn't even get together with Bobby.
Isn't Ultimate North Star in a wheelchair?
Oh yeah, yeah, no, because Ultimate Alpha
well,
Flight.
leave
No,
that alone.
wait. So Ultimate Alpha Flight kidnapped him and basically injected him with so much of this like power enhancing drug that it caused him to be paralyzed from the waist down. We don't know if that's permanent, but
Okay,
knowing how
Professor X.
the Ultimate Universe ended for a while, that's not gonna change for a while. But
Okay.
that's okay. I'll live. I'll live. I'll be okay.
But,
You know, because he survived the bullet shot from Mr. Sinister at like in his first appearance in like Ultimate X-Men issue like 46 or something. So I'm just saying he survived that. He basically caused an earthquake. Like no kidding. If Colossus even took the same drug just to get his boyfriend back. I'm just saying that's dedication to a cause. I'm so excited for this book. Like I'm gonna pre-order this shit. I'm gonna try to get the variant covers too.
Are you?
Fuck, man, I'm excited. Yeah.
Are you gonna tell people what the book is about?
Yes, I go.
We have not gotten much about what this book is about.
No. It appears that it's going to be about
what we got is Peach Momoko is going to reinvent mutant kind in Japan with a young student named Hisako Ichiki, which is armor.
She's gonna be like the main character
when she gets her powers, she discovers she's a mutant.
Yes.
And she's not the only one. We get to meet a whole new generation of mutants filled with original and new familiar X-Men characters. And together they'll learn what it means to be a mutant. Oh, yeah, okay. No, you can never do that again. You can never make that sound again. No, that one.
I was waiting for Witch to bring up armor, but he just wouldn't.
I'm sorry. I was like too excited about the fact that this team is coming back.
Okay, but as far as Peach,
unlike
armor, I saw it in Peach Momoko's like Instagram post about it. So I'm excited because I like armor. She's cool. I voted for her 2 years in a row for the X-Men vote, and she never got in, which I'm still salty about. But I'll live.
Anyway, as I was saying about the synopsis, they will explore their emerging powers in startling ways and how to connect the folklore, legend, and magic. But as a person who read literally all of Peach Momoko's books, especially her series with Samurai Psylocke
Demon Days
and Lil Storm and Thor and stuff, I'm excited for that stuff too.
She's great.
My only problem, well, it's not really a problem. I feel like it's gonna be jarring for some people to see the X-Men characters in her style, and then they cross over other books looking completely different.
Well, that's the whole point of having characters and different art styles. Am I right? But now I'm really excited.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see her take on this team specifically.
Let's
hope that Charles stays dead because I hate Charles. That freaking pinhead looking creepy ass motherfucker.
Okay, what has Peach Momoko written before in the past?
She's wrote the Demon Days books, but like I said, she mostly does covers.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's what I'm more familiar with her
and
about.
She also wrote a book for the Venomverse stuff as well, like I said.
Okay, yeah. So I haven't personally read any of her books.
That was in the book she read was in the book she wrote was in that Magical Girl Venom book.
Did she write the Magical Girl?
No, it was a different one. It was a different story.
No, it was just one of the three in that one. It was more abstract Venom.
Yeah.
Where like the symbiote falling from sky. It was very pretty. It was just a lot. I didn't want to talk about it.
We'll talk about it another day.
Gotcha.
But I think her best work that I read was all the Demon. I love the Demon Day duology. Really, it starts with Psylocke. You get to see like Lil Storm and Thor team up. Mystique got a big book, I believe. There's one more, but I believe all that was great. So I believe it's gonna be good. I do want to see
like
check
my
out.
local comic book shop keeps her books in stock.
Yep, I'll definitely be checking it out. I'm gonna be checking out all these books. Hey,
I'm only checking out Ultimate X-Men. I don't think I'll be able to stomach Ultimate Spider-Man and Ultimate Universe.
Oh wow, so you're not going to be supporting the next book we're going to talk about?
Maybe depending on the synopsis.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
It's my first issue.
Go ahead.
It's my turn because it involves the Moon Knight. And we're talking about Ultimate Black. We're talking about Ultimate Black Panther, which is the first Ultimate Black Panther book ever. By the way,
I wanted to bring that up too because this book surprised me out of all the rest because I'm thinking to myself, Ultimate Black Panther. I know he was present in the Ultimate Universe, but I don't recall him ever making an impact in the Ultimate Universe. You know?
I think he just
he was
did
not
his
a
own
big
thing.
deal because that was
I
not
don't
a part
remember.
of.
That's like I said, I can't stomach most of the Ultimate Universe, so I don't remember if he does.
I think he was not a big deal because the movie didn't come out yet. So there you go. He was just in the background. But
Like, okay, question: can he turn into a panther?
Hold
we
on.
don't know yet. But
Okay.
judging by the way his suit looked, I'm gonna say no.
Okay, because the most I had to go on of that ultimate version of him was okay. Does he have that powers that they gave him in that Ultimate 2 movie?
I'm gonna say he had those powers, so they still might, and he might get that later. I think it's gonna be something he
Okay.
gains and not just something he has.
Gotcha.
But this one is Khonshu and Ra were a big part. Well, weren't a big part. They were in the Ultimate Invasion. Together, they are Moon Knight. So you have both sides. You have the moon itself. You have the sun teaming up. Together, they're Moon Knight, and they're seeking to expand their brutal control, as we did when we were when we did that review. You heard me say that everyone who survived didn't know what to do with their territory. So it seems like everyone's doing their own thing. And Khonshu wants to make an even bigger territory for himself.
Yeah.
In response, Black Panther and the isolated nation of Wakanda will fight. And it is confirmed that the Black Panther is still their king as well in this timeline.
Ooh.
We're getting Bryan Hill, who wrote Blade and Killmonger. And his Killmonger was great.
Yeah.
That's the series where Killmonger fought Bullseye and stuff.
Mhm.
That was good. That was a great book.
It showed his upbringing.
So, yeah, I own it somewhere.
Yeah.
So
it was kind
since
of
it comes
funny.
from him, I'm more lined up. What?
Yeah, it was kind of interesting because, like in the Killmonger book, right, you got to see the movie version of Moon Knight slowly building up to the comic version of Killmonger. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it was a great little bridge for people new to the character that I think did a lot for his character, to be honest. Other than that, he was just the guy that tried to kill Black Panther one time. But it's going to be interesting because this is going to be our first real actual deep dive into Wakanda of Ultimate Universe. So what they do. But I do hope he eventually get his Panther powers just because that makes him unique.
Definitely. One thing I wanted to bring up is, like, when I heard this was going to have his own comic, right? It had to do one of two things to justify this getting a comic, right? One, it should be tying in with something important down the line, or two, someone had to have come up with a really great pitch for a story. And this sounds like it's going to be a really great pitch. So, hey, first time in a long time, I'm looking forward to a Black Panther comic.
I'm more interested in how they handle the Moon Knight aspect. Like, we already know Bastion is God and stuff. So is Bastion going to fight Khonshu and Ra while Black Panther is fighting whoever the Moon Knight turns out to be? Because it seems like Moon Knight's just the title they both go by. Or do you still think they're going to make a champion that, like Mark Spector, be Moon Knight?
Ooh, that's going to be something to look forward to.
Yeah, so especially after the movie. So it'll be interesting to see if there's any, after the TV show and the movie. So it'll be good to see what kind of influence they get from, like, current mythology of Black Panther and Moon Knight. I'll be excited to see how it happens.
Yep. And I gotta say, as far as the first glimpse goes into his new costume, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty badass. I like it better than
I
what
like every part but the
mouth. They have to add something different, and honestly, I like this better than what we have right now going on with the 616 Black Panther costume.
It looks like this would have been like the natural upgrade from, like, the movie version for, like, 2000 for the Civil War.
Yep.
So that's how it is. It got all the silver pieces. They're sharper here now.
Sharper and bigger, clearly
Other than mouth,
visible.
I think it's fine.
Gotcha.
It just feels weird to have your body covered like this invincible armor, but your mouth is out.
Or better yet, is that mouth opening up just so he could have an open mouth when he turns into a panther?
So if that's the case, then fine. I'll let
Mm-hmm. I gotcha. All right, just another Ultimate book that we're going to be picking up and talking about here at Fanatics. So, Jake, any opinions?
No.
Okay, so do you have any opinions on the next topic that you're going to be introducing?
You mean Avengers? The Avengers one? Is that right?
No,
Yes. Oh, no.
Jonathan Hickman.
Jonathan Hickman. What?
Jonathan Hickman is writing an
Jonathan
Ultimate Universe
Hickman
book.
is doing.
Which? Tell me more.
I don't know. I don't give a fuck about this
Well,
book.
Witch introduce the topic. It's Witch's turn. Go, introduce it.
I talk about Ultimate X-Men in abundance. I'm good.
It was
I don't know
your
shit
turn,
about this book.
but I'll go.
The Witch stole my turn.
Fuck off, Jake. It's Austin's turn.
Which deserves to steal yours, okay? But I'll go. Ultimate Universe. We're basically going to see the origin of the Avengers, basically, and how I think we're going to see Iron Man slowly progress into his Kang variant that showed up. But I'm more interested in the Thor side of this stuff. Because you see Ultimate Thor with the regular hammer, and Sif's also on this team. So it kind of implies that they're going to be assaults on Asgard, where Loki is king right now.
For those of you guys who invested in the Ultimate Invasion, I think this is going to be the closest we'll get to the continuation of that story. That's what it appears to me, at least.
Let me see if I can find a proper synopsis for it. I had all the other three on one page, but not this one.
Let's see.
But all people want to talk about is Ultimate Spider-Man coming back.
I don't give a fuck about Ultimate Spider-Man. Why would I care?
You're a demon.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here for Ultimate X-Men. Okay, we're getting Colossus. Oh, we're getting Gay Colossus back, and I can't even get that shit in 616. I need it in the Ultimate Universe.
It's not confirmed.
Hey, we saw him in Ultimate Invasion. Okay, I have some hope.
Yeah, let's see if they make him gay. I think it'll be cool.
He is gay in the
I kind of want
Ultimate Universe.
But this isn't technically the Ultimate Universe. It's a whole different universe. Yeah, and this is not the Ultimate Universe. This is 616. This isn't the 1610. This is a different timeline, a whole different universe.
I'm gonna bully people. Not bully. I'm gonna lightly suggest that,
too late.
that they keep the integrity of Gay Colossus. Okay.
No.
No,
they
know.
So
they know.
buying that Funko.
Okay, but we're talking about the Ultimate Universe book here right now by Jonathan Hickman. No. We're talking about.
Okay. I found something. In the same vein as the groundbreaking Ultimate Comics line that defined the 2000s, Hickman and Hitch's new universe will revolutionize the world outside your window. Witness the spark that will light this new age in Ultimate Invasion. After the maker desperate attempt to restore the Ultimate Universe unleashes of massive unintended consequences, a group of Marvel heroes are caught in a war between timelines. As universes collide, the foundations. Oh no, this is the wrong thing. Yeah, no, this is not Ultimate Universe number 1. The breathtaking epic will introduce readers to this new line that will be home to an array of hard news hitting books. So we won't have a proper one for this one, except for just a reinvention of everything outside your window. Yeah, he's not really saying what the run is about. He just like show up.
Just a continuation.
You don't ever have to read any of the other Ultimate Universe to enjoy this book, apparently.
Just read my Ultimate Invasions and you'll get caught up with my one. My Ultimate Universe.
Basically.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, any other thoughts on that?
No.
Okay.
Can I hope? I know some stuff is gonna clearly line up with like the Ultimate Universe just for the sake of naming. Like some stuff is just gonna show up here because it was in the last one. Let's hope they take the right lessons and we don't see like the weird and bad stuff, like the Scarlet Witch thing, the brother, or Wolverine
We don't talk
watching them,
about that. We do
or
not talk about
yeah,
that.
you know.
No,
Can
no,
we
no,
get a
no,
Hank
no, no.
Pym? Can we get a Hank Pym that doesn't hit his wife for once in a while?
Can we get a
Because y'all want
Ultimate Wolverine that isn't a complete creepazoid?
yeah,
He's a creep.
yeah. Can we avoid those traps?
Can
Because
we get a
like
Charles?
even right now in the 616,
Can we get a Charles Xavier that doesn't like
yeah.
freaking spy on his underage freaking like students?
Can we get one that respects boundaries? That'd be cool.
Yeah, can we get some of these motherfuckers?
Gotcha. But you guys
I
know
just
what
want,
we can't.
can y'all get it? I just want them not to make Hank hit his wife once because they never let it go.
Can we get
and
the
like
Blob
they never let it go like they
literally
did.
cannibalizing the Wasp? Thank you. I remember
Yeah,
Ultimatum.
yeah. Let's just do no part of Ultimatum at all. Like
Thank
everything
you.
about the book gone.
Thank you.
With Reed already
I could
being
bring back.
Doom in his
I would like
timeline,
Apocalypse
that at
though.
least what he
Cool.
did.
Let's bring in Apocalypse.
Yeah,
I like Apocalypse.
I feel bad for him. I feel bad for Apocalypse because his story makes no sense. Because mutants are man-made
He
here.
was barely in the book, and he was basically a figment of Sinister's imagination at this point.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because like mutants were man-made in like the 1980s. So Apocalypse isn't some feral dude. Where did he come from?
Where did he go? Where did he come from? Cotton Eye Joe? I don't fucking know. I just hope they. I just like have my hopes for Ultimate X-Men, but honestly, who knows what's gonna fucking happen? I don't care about the Jonathan Hickman book. Nothing against Jonathan Hickman. I just want the Peach Momoko Ultimate X-Men book.
Gotcha.
At least we know if even if Ultimate X-Men turns out bad, it'll be pretty.
Yeah, at least we know it'll be pretty. That's all I can ask for.
Gotcha. But anyway, guys, speaking of that, let's move on to the next topic. Because you guys know what we're getting? Avengers Twilight.
Is it the Twilight that I'm
Yay!
No.
No games, no vampires, no game.
Dang it, no vampires? What am I even doing
So what it looks like, this is going to be taking place in the future. The best way I could describe it based on what I saw in the trailer, it feels like Steve Rogers is going to be like Old Man Logan in this universe, where the Avengers disbanded and the world just moved on.
Yep.
Which is
that's why I kind of liked it. It kind of like a different take on like 2099. I was into it. We'll go ahead.
I'm just like, okay, in the hands of any other writer, I'll be worried about Cap, but Hickman writing a grittier Cap who looks like he's war torn.
This is Chip Zdarsky. Chip Zdarsky.
Oh, Chip Zdarsky. Yeah. Okay, I have more confidence. Well, not more confidence since Chip Zdarsky, your last book has put a stain in your record, but you can make it up if you do a good comic with Twilight. So, let's see. What else?
That's my real question. Because this book came out of nowhere, he had to come pitch this idea. So I really hope he like really fully thought this out. This is clearly something he thought of and wanted to do. So I pray that it's good.
Hopefully so. From what we also saw in the trailer, right, we do see that Kamala Khan's going to be in here, and she's in giant form.
This is, I think, our only second time we'll see an adult Kamala Khan. I think we saw her adult in another thing, but it's good. Like she's like she'll be like 20 or 30 something here.
We saw her in Marvel's Exiles, and she was basically old woman Khan in that universe.
Yeah, you're right. Yep.
She was nothing like
30-year-old Kamala.
Like, let's see. I'm just we looking at the trailer right now? If there's anything I
Iron Man was
missed.
getting beat up the whole trailer. Iron Man was getting dogged the whole trailer. We don't know if it's Tony.
The Age of Heroes is over. Okay, now this is kind of feeling like Kingdom Comes Marvel.
You know what's funny? It reminded me more of the last Avengers story where they fight Kang and Ultron.
Oh, which was that?
Oh, the last Avengers story is Stan Lee's version of the end for the Avengers.
Oh, okay, I
So
remember.
it was like 50 years in the future. Everyone was old. Everyone's hoping that Cap comes back to save them. And it's like the kids of like bad Avengers stuff. Hank Pym was the hero. He had to fight Ultron. And it was like a whole big thing. But it was kind of like this to a degree.
Oh crap! I'm like re-looking at the trailer and I'm looking at Luke Cage. Luke Cage is basically Kingdom Come Batman. He's wearing an exoskeleton to help him move. I'm like, whoa!
That's what I saw too. So either he became so dense that he couldn't move his body, or he lost his powers or something. I think he became too dense, so he couldn't move anymore.
Oh god, this is the most imitating I ever seen Kamal look. Cause she's looking like the Statue of Liberty in this trailer. So yeah, Avengers Twilight. It has to be. It's pretty much Marvel's answer to Kingdom Come. So, all right, looking forward to it. The future needs to be avenged.
Let's not give it that title just yet, because I don't want to like set us up. Like give it too much. Let's not give it too much hype yet. Let's wait for the first issue to see if they really want to go that route. I want to see what the people like you like us.
I mean, Steve physically is looking older, and he shouldn't be looking older because of serum and that stuff. But they made him. That's a stylized choice for whatever reason.
Because I don't think it's gonna be a thing where he just aged naturally. I think whatever ended the Avengers, it's gonna have aged him up. That's what I'm believing. Because Kamala isn't that old. She looks like she's probably like 30 something at best.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Okay, man, that was a short little topic. So let's move on to the next.
Yay!
Go ahead, Witch.
So there's gonna be a Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver mini-series by Steve Orlando.
A spiritual continuation.
Of the Scarlet Witch series that got canceled.
Did it get canceled? If it's still getting a spiritual sequel?
It got canceled, and then this book got dropped.
No. So they
if
just
they drop another book where he's gonna just continue the story. Does it really count though?
Yes. I mean, see, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't really say.
This is pretty much Marvel just giving him a new #1 to at least let him finish the story that he's telling. You know.
Yeah, we at least get Pietro. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like Pietro.
But yeah, part of
no other book wants to do him. He should have been in the Uncanny Avengers, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh no, he was.
Wasn't he in Uncanny Avengers?
Yes, he is.
No, he was in the old one, but he's not in the
new
he
one,
is. Right?
He is.
Yeah, isn't he in this new book?
Yeah, he was in the new book. He briefly got taken out by the forces of what's his name, Captain Krakoa's squad.
Oh, see, there you go. He's a loser. This man had reached light speed.
They do Pietro Maximoff so damn dirty. I swear, Marvel hates their goddamn speedsters.
Marvel hates them.
It's because they don't want to do the Flash with him.
Yeah.
Because he can reach light speed, but he only did like 2 times. They don't want the Flash problem where he should be unbeatable.
And Marvel
outbeat him in speed.
And Marvel has to keep up their track record of making bad people speedsters. Like, you know.
What is that supposed? What are you talking about? The Bobby twins were not evil. Only in Age of Apocalypse. Who beat him in speed?
Wait, were they speedsters?
The Bobby twins? Yeah, North Star and Aurora, they're speedsters.
Well, no, I mean the speed being their whole gimmick, as in just running fast.
Yeah, like in a lot of universes, if they're not flying, they're being really fucking fast.
So they're flying, so they're not traditional speedsters.
Fly.
No, but we're talking about Flash knockoffs.
No. When he means speedster, he just means their power is simply they just run fast. They have no extra
So
power.
ultimate
Flying will
monster,
count as
yes.
extra power.
Because flying is a completely different
basically.
matter. Because otherwise, you're saying, like, let's say in DC, right? So would you consider Superman a speedster? No, you consider people of the Flash mythos who run fast as speedsters.
No, you know what's funny when it comes to like people who you categorize as speedsters? Not even the comic book people know. And I'm like, oh, honestly, what even qualifies a speedster at this point? Because, like I said, the Beaubier twins are classified as speedsters, but not like characters like Superman. Even though the Beaubier twins have other powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends on what you believe a speedster is. Is it someone that goes fast or is it somebody that runs? Usually it's someone that runs.
Yeah.
Usually, but sometimes you got the exceptions.
The only other person I remember who was a speedster was Speed Demon, and there is another speedster villain who popped up in the Superior Spider-Man book this past week, but I'll talk about that on Thursday. So,
And,
the Wizard. Just kidding. He's not evil.
The PS4 had a comic book spinoff called Velocity, where he fought a speedster girl. I don't remember her name, but it was pretty good.
There we
go. But yeah.
I feel bad for
Pietro. If you're Marvel, you're a hero. You have
ringer.
He goes through a lot. Like, when the last time he saw his child? I don't think Luna has been on screen in like years.
No, she really hasn't. Also, like, where's Tommy? Where's Tommy Shepard?
Who's Tommy Shepard?
Look. You got him that one. You got him that one time he showed up in X-Men on Krakoa. Okay, that's all you get. When his mom died. That's all you get.
In several different books. Thank you very much. But barely. Only in cameos. Fuck you, Magneto. Where is Tommy?
He's the least popular twin. What can you say? Which?
Shut up. I love both of them.
No, I think he had the same problem with Quicksilver. Where people don't know. The thing was just research. People don't know how to write them. Even now, like, you can read the Flash and enjoy the Flash, but his power level is all over the place because they either got to speed him up or slow him down depending on what random story they're doing. They don't. He can't have a consistent speed. They don't know how to write that, and then have him get shot by a guy with a gun.
That is true.
Anyways, I'll talk about Tommy later.
But if you're excited for this book, and you enjoyed the last run, I hope you enjoy this book. But
yeah, I hope I do too, man.
Realistically,
because it's written by the same person.
Realistically, I'm just hoping that Quicksilver actually gets development. The last time we saw him get actual like a big character moment was No Surrender.
Yeah,
he kind of did the Flash thing.
I know he showed up in Trial of Magneto, but only for the first 2 issues, and it didn't really mean anything.
In Quicksilver No Surrender, that was Marvel's answer to having him enter the Speed Force, where he ran so fast, all of time froze, and he's like, "What do I do? Oh my God, this is a million times. This is a million times worse than when I have to go through, about, hey, everybody is an ATM or something like that, Oh, and he also takes a turtle as his pet. Yeah.
Yeah, they really should have from the crash. They should have did that. But but his only other moment was what Wish just said. At Trial of Magneto, he fought for a minute. But even the big moment when Magneto came back and he had a moment.
Yeah, no, he got a small moment with North Star in a couple panels here and there. He beat the crap out of Magneto because we didn't know who the fuck killed Wanda, even though we now know, which was so bullshit. But we'll get back to that another day. Other than that, we see he gets a cameo
even
in the Scarlet Witch book. Other than that, he has not shown up.
Even when he got those big moments in the Trial of Magneto, he wasn't even there for the biggest moment of Magneto, when Magneto tells Wanda, no matter what you do, you're going to be my daughter. Like, Quicksilver didn't get that moment.
Like,
we didn't even get anything.
He only shows up for the first 2 issues, and we don't see him for the rest of the book. Which you would think,
so
all of the characters there, he would be one of the most important characters.
With all the disrespect you guys are mentioning on Quicksilver going through over the years, I can only imagine this book is just going to continue on that record now. Like,
It's only a 4-issue
Nah,
mini,
that's
so
what
I
I'm
can't
saying.
expect too much. But
Yeah,
it's like,
since
it
the book is
sucks when
called
Tommy
The
Shepard
Born
got a
Again,
bigger moment in Trial of Magneto than fucking Quicksilver. I mean, they both got left in the ringer, but whatever. At least I got a
I was like,
couple
since
cool North Star like comic panels. At least I got that. Also, that book proves that X Factor doesn't know how to do their fucking job. Ugh!
they're not the old X Factor. Okay? They're not the good team. Okay, this is the B team. We try,
I'm so salty.
but
I'm so pissed.
But
Wood Quicksilver's name on the topic, on the title, he better get development, like straight up.
He better.
But alright, guys. I mean, any final thoughts on this before we enter the last topic of the night?
No, I'm gonna pre-order it.
That's Justice for Justice for Quicksilver.
Justice for Quicksilver and for Speed.
Okay. Alright then. Austin, you want to take the last one?
Oh God, Marvel's
Go.
Blood Hunt trailer. Cryptic. I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw the picture, I was like, "So Miles' new thing just they just keep randomly put them with black people."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, you could blame
just him and Blade.
Taika Waititi for that. Oh no, not Taika. Oh, sorry, Ta-Nehisi Coates. Sorry.
Yeah, come and say first they had randomly show up at the Black Panther thing, even though he had no connection to the people there or the reason that was happening. Then suddenly, randomly, he had the connection with Misty Knight when he already had a mentor they could have used. You can even put him with Luke Cage. I would have took that more than just randomly throwing Misty Knight as his mentor.
And you gave a good justification for why Luke Cage will want to associate with Miles, since Luke Cage is mayor. You could have a moment where he seeks an audience with Miles to say, "Look, I'm going to be working behind the scenes in the political side to fix the city, but I need you to actually go on the streets and fix the city and that stuff."
It also does. It also helps that he just adopted a kid around Miles' age and everything as well.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Remember, he adopted Purple Man.
One of his kids, yeah.
After his lost his power and stuff. So you could have did a lot with that dynamic at this time instead of just throwing Misty in there. That would have been cool. And then I was like, oh, they just throwing with Blade. And it's weird that Marvel keep trying to make. Okay, look, I know vampires are a thing in Marvel, but they never been like the thing. So it's always weird when like a vampire centric story comes out. Because it's like, oh, so Blade's gonna be here, and then it's not gonna be that good. But like, the thing about Ghost Rider and Blade is that they are cool characters, and if you like know their story itself, it's great. But it's when you have to sit down and read their books, they're usually not that good. They just like, what's Blade gonna do? And then like, hold on a sword and cut you at the end of it.
You look cool doing it. I guess that's Marvel's justification. Oh yeah, I'm also looking at this rewatching this trailer. Oh, looks like Sam Wilson and the rest of his Avengers are going to be popping up. No, what a coincidence.
That's why I was excited for that, because I guess that makes it. I thought it was going to be like a side thing. I didn't think it was going to be like in the canon of the universe. These two just team up. There's a whole vampire thing in the background going on again.
Could this be the moment where
one of those books I'm gonna have to sit down and just wait? It's one of those books that you have to sit down and wait and see. Like, I have no expectations because vampires usually suck. Even Dracula himself usually sucks.
That is true. I know the only saving grace for Witch will be if they bring in B negative, but that's it.
Don't say that like you weren't hyping up B negative too.
Well, no, I said, like, when it came to the roster of new warriors, that it was likely that B negative would continue on as opposed to the rest of the team.
Hey, should I cosplay B negative? I think that would be fun.
Go for it.
That they should have did. Instead of Miles, they literally should have been B negative. This would have been the book.
B negative
Bring him
will be the Morbius to Miles. Hmm.
If they do that, I'll give it to them. I
Mhm.
really will.
I would only pick up that book if they had B negative in it.
Hmm.
I'll check out the first issue.
But if we see
there are vampires that
Bloodline, if we see my girl Bloodline, Daughter of Blade, I'll definitely be picking it up.
Oh wait, who's writing this book? That should be important about this.
I saw it somewhere, but
let me
from what
check again.
I saw from this one tweet, I think there's a chance
Oh.
we're ganger.
Oh, Jed McKay's writing this.
Then we're definitely
Oh,
ganger.
okay. I mean,
okay. So that makes me a little bit more excited.
yeah, same here. So okay. I might have to pick up. Originally I wasn't even going to give the first issue a chance, but seeing as Jed McKay's writing it, I'll give the first issue a chance. See where it goes. So, alrighty.
This is gonna sound weird, and I kind of don't want to say it because there's no nice way to say it.
What is it?
But do you think that Man Thing's son is gonna be in this book? I kind of like his dynamic with Blade. I don't want to say his name because it'll get us arrested.
Oh
Just
God.
text it to us later.
I forgot what that kid's name
His
was.
name is BOY Thing.
Oh. They need to have come with better.
So I didn't want to say it out loud.
Okay.
But I do like his dynamic with Blade because he gives Blade wings. He makes Blade weapons. He does lots of Blade in the Avengers run. That's the only thing I liked about that run. So I do hope that continues to be a thing.
If that character were to pop up in this book, then Jed McKay has to establish an actual name for them.
Yeah.
Like
a better.
We give him a nickname. We give him an actual nickname.
Yep. Wait, that was created by Jason Aaron, wasn't it?
Look, they're B negative. He can be B positive. There
B
you go.
positive.
Okay.
That's Jason Aaron.
Okay.
No, A positive. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
A negative.
Gotcha.
O
It was
negative.
the only real change I liked in his
Just
run.
different blood types.
To
You
be
know?
honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, O negative. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. But alrighty then, guys. I mean, I guess those are all our thoughts. And wow, we got through them all.
Yeah.
Yay.
Also, come back on Thursday for our comic reviews.
A whole 30 minutes to go to bed. Bro.
Yay!
Yeah, don't forget to come back on Thursday for our comic book reviews because I get to talk about a book.
Yay! And I get to talk about Superior.
Yeah, you get to see Witch be excited. You want to see Witch be excited?
Yeah, no, sorry, no Alpha Flight this coming up week, guys. It's actually next week. Same with that new Marvel Zombies book. I looked it up.
Gotcha. Well, all right.
Oh yeah, Jake, are you still here?
Audience, go play Sonic Superstars. This game is great.
No, go play Just Dance 2024.
No, Jake.
No, I have to say this because this is a rare time where I'm gonna. No,
Jake.
Wait, give me my moment. I gotta say this because I give Sonic Team a lot of shit a lot of time, but go play Sonic Superstars. This game is great.
Go play Just Dance 2024. Okay. It just dropped.
Yeah.
Okay, Jake. Comic-Con want us to do Gen B, so I told him we'll probably do a review on it when we get halfway through, and then we'll do a review for the end of the show.
Okay.
You couldn't have saved that for after?
I just let you know. You weren't here when I said it.
Okay. Yeah.
No, this so people can know. Let other people know. God,
cut. This is behind the scenes knowledge. Get out of here.
Damn.
All right.
Anyways, let me
Bye,
see the socials.
Bye.
Oh, go ahead.
Socials remember? That's what our thing. Anyways, first of all, subscribe to the YouTube before I fall off my bed and hit my head on something, and press that notification bell button. Fun. I know, right?
Yeah.
It'll be very interesting content for y'all. Anyways, follow the Twitter at Comic Phanatic 69. Please guess what our costumes are gonna be, because it's fun. I gotta post one more on there tomorrow because I can. Anyways, follow the Instagram at Comic Phanatic 2.0. We do post things on there sometimes. If you want to follow me on Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U. You get the idea. If you want to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, it's witch_of_Jotunheim. Don't ask for the alt Twitter. You'll figure it out later. Don't worry about it. Don't try to find Cryptid and Jake. They're going to hunt you down for sport. For legal purposes, that is a joke. If you want to find Austin, he has a brick wall. You go look for him. Yeah. And
The
go read
first
Ultimate
person to
X-Men.
find me get a comment pin. The first person to find me get a comment pin. There you go. Find a brick wall with my face on.
Yes.
Nah.
Yes. And remember, it has to have blue eyes. The brick wall has to have blue eyes. Like highlighter blue
That's very
eyes.
canon to the lore.
It's very canon to the lore. One of these days, I'll make him human and throw you guys all off. It's going to be hilarious.
Cool. All right, audience. With that, we're closing out tonight.
Good
Bye,
night.
audience.